Omega-3 fatty acids have many health benefits, and whilst cancer is a killer disease, can the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids help to keep cancer at bay? In this series of 4 videos, you will discover 23 key issues about cancer and omega-3 fatty acids, including chronic inflammation, summarised under the following 5 broad categories. 1. What cancer is. 2. The main causes of cancer. 3. Why the food you eat is responsible for increasing your cancer risk. 4. How chronic inflammation helps to trigger cancer. And 5. What you can do to reduce the risk of cancer. In the meantime, if you'd like to get an ongoing collection of news, reports, resources and courses on various other health and wellness issues, please click the subscribe button in the bottom right of the video screen, then click the grey bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos, and then please leave a comment or ask a question below this video. It's so very easy to do. Plus, watch this video to the very end where you'll gain access to a special report that you can open as a free PDF. And now, here are the first 4 of 23 key issues about cancer and omega-3 fatty acids. Number 1. Cancer is a disease. According to the National Cancer Institute, cancer is a disease in which some of the body's cells grow uncontrollably and spread to other parts of the body, and abnormal or damaged cells grow and multiply when they shouldn't. These cells may form tumours, which are lumps of tissue. Tumours can be cancerous or not cancerous, benign. Cancerous tumours spread into or invade nearby tissues and can travel to distant places in the body to form new tumours, a process called metastasis. Cancerous tumours may also be called malignant tumours. Many cancers form solid tumours, but cancers of the blood, such as leukemias, generally do not. Benign tumours do not spread into or invade nearby tissues. When removed, benign tumours usually don't grow back, whereas cancerous tumours sometimes do. Benign tumours can sometimes be quite large, however. Some can cause serious symptoms or be life-threatening, such as benign tumours in the brain. One key thing to remember here is that every single part of your body is made up of cells. That is, your skin, your blood, your bones, joints, internal organs, hair, eyes, nails, brain, and so on. Number 2. What causes cancer? There are a number of causes, including 1. Smoking. 2. Excessive alcohol. 3. Overeating. 4. Eating processed and ultra-processed food. 5. Lack of exercise. 6. Environmental hazards such as asbestos and lead. 7. UV rays from the sun and tanning beds. 8. Hepatitis B. And 9. HIV. Number 3. Implement changes to your lifestyle. Most of the causes of cancer can be avoided to a large extent by changing your lifestyle. It's just a case of making a conscious decision and effort to do so. Easier said than done, you may well say, but the reality is if you don't change your ways, you remain at a level of risk where you can suffer further down the line. However, of those causes listed above, one in particular is probably more misunderstood than any of them, and yet it's one that you indulge in every single day, or at least once a day. And that is the eating of processed and ultra-processed food, the drivers behind the deterioration in your cellular health and the main reason for the level of dangerously high chronic inflammation in your body. Number 4. Chronic inflammation and cancer. Here is an extract from the Cancer Network journal that states, a substantial body of evidence supports the conclusion that chronic inflammation can predispose an individual to cancer. Chronic inflammation is caused by a variety of factors, including bacterial, viral and parasitic infections, chemical irritants, and non-digestible particles. In general, the longer the inflammation persists, the higher the risk of cancer. Acute inflammation is not regarded as a risk. Please see the link for the full article in the description box below. Summing up. In this video, you've discovered 1. What cancer is. 2. The main causes of cancer. 3. Changes to implement to your lifestyle to reduce the risk of being diagnosed with cancer. And 4. The connection between chronic inflammation and cancer. To emphasise the importance of getting your chronic inflammation under control, it all starts by finding out if your current omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio is out of balance. To do that, click on the URL link in the description box below this video, complete the short questionnaire, and then hit the start button. And to access your special report entitled Sugar Addiction, the Shocking Findings of a Processed Poison, click on the URL link in the description box below. In the next video in this series of Cancer and Omega-3 Fatty Acids, 23 Key Considerations, you'll discover Number 5. How and why chronic inflammation is the fuel for cancer. Number 6. Why cancer reappears in your body. Number 7. The second highest cause of mortality. Number 8. The main item that's driving the increase of chronic inflammation in your body. Number 9. What's changed in your diet over the years? Number 10. What omega-6 fatty acids are. Number 11. How to counteract the inflammatory imbalance. Number 12. By how much is your body out of balance? Number 13. How to establish what your average omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio is. And Number 14. What the significance is of these high ratios. And now, here's the boring but very essential bit. Kindly note, the content of this video is not to be construed as medical advice in any shape or form and has been created for passive informational purposes only. End of boring but very essential bit. Many thanks for watching, and until the next video is released, bye for now.